Framber Valdez claimed he did not hit Trevor Story on purpose. A bullshit. Valdez plunked Story with the first four-seam fastball he has thrown all season long. He throws a lot of two-seamers, boys, but he does not throw the four-seam a lot. His explanation was that he used the pitch as a, quote, backup plan to do something different against Red Sox hitters. I mean, they lit him up like a Christmas tree, AJ. We will start with you. Are you buying it was a backup plan, there was no intent, and I'm sorry, but I don't feel like I should have been ejected?
No, to all of that. He had just given up back-to-back homers, and his first pitch hits a guy right in the back. Why'd you hit Trevor Story? And I don't want to hear about, he was relaying signs, that whole thing that certain guy did on TV, or on the Twitter, Instagram thing that he was relaying. Everyone's relaying signs now. So now we're going to decide to hit somebody because they did it, and it just so happened after back-to-back home runs? Yeah, he might have been relaying signs, but let's also not forget he had just given up back-to-back home runs, and the next pitch was in the guy's bat. So this was 100 million, billion, trillion, zillion, whatever number you want to throw out there on purpose. And I know he can't say he did it on purpose. Trevor Story knew it was on purpose. The Red Sox knew it was on purpose. The Tigers know it was on purpose. They can't say it. Will Middlebrooks on the Red Sox knew it was on purpose. Andy Dirks, who had an awful try to explain this, he knew it was on purpose. Jason Benetti knew it was on purpose. The whole stadium knew it was on purpose. Let's just call a spade and say what it is. It was on purpose. He was mad because he was getting lit up all over the park, and he hit the guy. Here's my problem. I was thrown out a lot, okay? And I got thrown out because I did stupid stuff, and I got thrown out because guys on my team did stupid stuff. But if a guy in front of me hit a home run and I got hit, I was more pissed because I didn't hit the home run. Dude, if I would have hit a home run and you hit me, okay, maybe I deserve it. But don't hit someone else for something that you did wrong by giving up the home run. It wasn't Trevor Story's fault that the two guys in front of him hit home runs. It was Framber Valdez's fault, and he went about it the wrong way. I never liked this. I'm going to hit him. And we'd have times where, we should knock somebody down because we're getting lit up. Make better pitches. Make better pitches. You don't have to throw at somebody. And this was 100 million % on purpose.
Make better pitches, and if they're relaying signs, then cover your glove better. And that's the legal way of relaying signs, right, Eric? I mean, jumping off of second base, if you're gonna tap on your helmet, I mean, at least you're not banging trash cans. I mean, let's be honest with it. I mean, this is ridiculous. And even AJ Hinch, and I'm not going to speak for AJ Hinch, but I'll put up the quote of what he said. We play a really good brand of baseball here. That didn't feel like it. I'm not judging intent. But I know when you go out on the field in those confrontations, you usually feel like you're in your right. It didn't feel good being out there. That's basically saying that was with intent without saying that was with intent.
You wonder why players want things to always stay on the field? Because players and managers who are on the field, you feel like a rhythm to a game. You see when things are like, that's a little off. And so for AJ to come out and say this, he got it. He understood. He goes out on the field and you're like, oh man, I kind of feel like everybody knows what we saw here. You know when somebody threw at you. Trevor Story knows when somebody threw at him. The people on the field know. If you're trying to sit here and say, no, it wasn't. I mean, Dingler's yeah, I guess, yeah, man. And then, so I love the fact that Hinch came out and said this. I love that. Because he's always honest. He's not trying to BS you in the media, trying to just blindly protect his players. They knew this when they got Framber. They knew of the crossing up the catcher thing. They knew of his immaturity. AJ saw his immaturity when he was a younger player in Houston. And this. And so some people have a predisposed idea of it. And then some people, like AJ, with this quote here, he felt what he felt on the field. And so it's just slamming home what AJ Pierzynski said before.
AJ Pierzynski, I would like to know your thought on the fact of Framber comes into the Tigers organization with a reputation, and the entire offseason was spent showing clubs what a good guy he is. And again, I don't know him. I don't cover him. I don't know, but there is a narrative about Framber Valdez. And Will Middlebrooks last night on the broadcast, the Nesson broadcast, said, something to the effect of, maybe he's going to cross up his catcher next or whatever it was, because that happened to him when he was in Houston. So the narrative continues? Are we reading this incorrectly? Is Framber a good guy? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't know. I don't know Framber other than I've said hello to him like twice in my life. I had the Tigers this past weekend, and that question came up, not from me, about Framber, and Hinch defended him to the end, which he should do as his manager. I don't know. I don't know him at all. You just can go off what you said. And listen, as somebody that had a reputation, and it is what it is, you can't really change it, and you just have to try to work around it a little bit. But this wasn't a good look for him throwing at somebody. I'm sorry. It wasn't a good look when he crossed up his catcher last year, even though he said it wasn't intentional, which, I don't know. We got to take the guy at his word, right? It just starts compounding things. And there's always been one thing about Framber, and Dusty Baker always said this best. He always needed Martin Maldonado to catch Framber Valdez, to keep him under control and keep him focused and keep him engaged and stay on him, right? And I feel like if Framber doesn't have that, then he has a hard time. And you see this every so often with Framber, where he just has a game and you're like, that is not the Framber Valdez that I've watched pitch for the last 7 or 8 years. Wham, and he gives up 10 runs. And you're like, wait, how did that happen? And this is why, again, Dusty Baker said Martin Maldonado would get in his ass and he would get him back focused, right? So I don't know if this is him or what. I want to hope it's not him. But gosh, man, there is evidence. And when there's smoke, there's fire. That's the old saying, right? And right now, you got to look at it. All I know is he threw at him 100%. He can say whatever he wants. He threw at Trevor Story.
Look, I wonder if a suspension is coming. I want to ask you guys your opinion on the Gerrit Cole minor league outing situation. Is this the same or different? A fastball rode inside and drilled the very next hitter who had taken him deep, the very hitter rather, who had taken him deep earlier, Eric. It didn't take long for former MLB pitcher Seth McClung to notice and quickly call Cole out on social media. McClung tweeted, "This is what being hit intentionally looks like. I have no context to what happened. I don't need it. Honestly, there's no reason a big leaguer who is obviously out on a rehab assignment needs to hit a minor leaguer." What is your interpretation, Erica, of this particular situation?
I mean, it didn't look good, but I just have a hard time believing that Cole's going to try to hit a guy. You saw the catcher move inside. You saw his intent of where he was trying to throw the ball. I think he was trying to throw it up and in. And then you also saw Cole's reaction. I feel like I love when pitchers like just are like, hey, whatever, I hit him. Like, I hit the guy. I don't want guys to like slip or like, oh, like lick my finger because I think I lost a grip. No, like I felt like he stood on it, and I feel like it should be looked at because rehabbers, big league rehabbers, can also get suspended when they're on when they're playing in minor league games. Like, if somebody deemed it intentional, to me, I think the umpire would say something. But I know umpires, they're intimidated by big leaguers when they're down rehabbing, whether it's hitters, pitchers, it doesn't matter. They're intimidated. And I don't know. I would have to ask the hitter if he thought it was intentional, because the hitter will let you know. That you just know. You played long enough, you know if it's intentional or not.
And by the way, let me say this. I don't know if Gerrit Cole is throwing at him intentionally. It's weird that he would do that, but hey, can't never get inside someone's head. But back to Framber for a second here. If he does get suspended, this team is already beat up to all get out. We mentioned the Astros, but let's not forget about the Tigers starting rotation, how many guys they have on the shelf right now, including Tarik Skubal. So the day after Tarik Skubal announces he has to have surgery on his elbow and could miss 2.5 months, your guy who you signed in the offseason throws at somebody for having a bad outing, and now he's going to be suspended and possibly miss a start or two. This is not what you want from a guy who's supposed to be a leader on your team. I'm sorry. Like, he's got to go out there and wear it and give him as many innings as he can, not get angry. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say this word, and I hate saying this word. It's a little bit selfish. It was a little bit selfish. And I think Kratz would agree with me that it was one of those things where you just can't have it happen. You got to go out there and try to give him a good start and give your team something positive, because if Skubal's out, Mize is out, Verlander's out, Jack Flaherty hasn't pitched very well, Framber, you're counting on every fifth day to go out there and do it, and now he goes out and gets suspended. It's just not a good look.
This is what people are talking about when you talk about team games. You pitch team innings. You take team at bats. Like, hey, I know you got to pitch right down the middle, but we needed that pitcher to throw more pitches if you're in the lineup. Like, There's a way to play team games that helps you win the most possible games in 162. And what AJ was just saying is 100% on the mark.